Hi, this is Dodger and you're watching my show.
This is my show. Yeah, and this is my show. And this is my show.
So for those of you who watched my Call of Cthulhu video, you were probably a little bit frowny at the lack of sound. One person said, you know, it would be better to be late and complete than to be early and incomplete. To that I say, it was already late. And it was already incomplete. And Halloween was last week. But once I figure out what's up with Fraps and how to fix the problem, I think I'm gonna make a part 2, because that first part actually wasn't all that interesting, I don't think, in terms of like, there was no interaction really between me and anything else. So making a part 2 would be better anyway. So the internet and MMO world have been well known for creating their own social rules and their own language. Now, a professor has actually created a book called Virtual Justice. This book was created after there were so many instances of virtual property being lost or stolen or whatever else, and there's really no law to protect people or their avatars. I find this interesting because in most situations people are spending real money to get this added content. They pay the money to get the content, they receive it, and then it's hacked and stolen from them. And I feel like however legit this book is, these people really should have the law on their side. Like, people who don't typically play MMOs or any game where they are spending real money to get added content, a lot of times are going to respond to a situation like this by saying, oh, okay, so you spent hours and hours in-game so that you could get this really cool sword, and then somebody took it from you, and now you're whining, wah. But again, it's not always just that, you know? We've already spent a lot of time trying to create a system and law for all of these online crimes that keep happening, like identity theft and personal hacking and all of that type of stuff. So it makes sense that crimes that happen within a highly trafficked virtual world would also need the law on their side, because for plenty of people, like half of their life is lived behind their keyboard. Like, it's unfair that that half of their life shouldn't be just as protected. Star Trek Online has a possibility of going free to play. Champions Online, which is also made by Cryptic, is going free to play, so it's gonna kind of be a trial period. They're gonna see how it does in terms of their revenue, and possibly, not like for sure, but if it goes over well, then they'd like to switch Star Trek over as well. Did you guys know that Turbine apparently doubled their money when they switched their games over to free-to-play? That is just nuts! I never would have guessed that, although I guess I never would have played DDO unless it was free, so I'm sure that there are tons of people where that's the case, and that's how they get more and more people involved. Unfortunately, free-to-play games still have that stigma against them about, you know, if it's free, then it must not be very good. Hopefully that'll go away soon and we can see even more traffic with that and get even more free games, because I like free stuff. So stop me if you've heard this one. A bunch of guys walk into a GameStop and steal 100 copies of Black Ops. Unfortunately, this doesn't end with, and then they got caught. They actually got away with it, which is just so weird. Apparently authorities have been keeping an eye out for somebody selling multiple copies of Call of Duty Black Ops, and it just hasn't shown up yet, so they're probably going to wait until Tuesday, which is the day that it is actually coming out. So I guess we'll see whether or not they get caught. I think I should have a beauty channel. Wouldn't that be stupid? They're like so fun to watch for me for some reason, but me making one would just be the most colossal waste of time for everyone involved. I'd have to call it like, I threw this on my face. Something to really get the point across. Lols, anyway. Thanks for watching, I hope that your weekend went super fab, and I will see you guys on Tuesday for more news. So, ciao!